Andrew from Media World, and welcome to my first video for 2013. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I hope everyone's not too drunk from last night. And if you've made a New Year's resolution, you're not going to keep it. That's why I do not make them. Anyway, as promised, I'm going to be reviewing a film known as Jack Reacher. Yes, I saw this movie Saturday that's just gone past, starring Tom Cruise, and it's based upon a series of books by Lee Charles, if I remember correctly. This particular story is based upon a book called One Shot. It's particularly good. I haven't read the books, but if it's anything like the movie, then I'm fairly impressed. I'm fairly impressed for sure. And what do I think of the movie? Yeah, this is a really, really good movie. This is absolutely fantastic. I really enjoy this movie. So much different from what the trailers were making it out to be, for sure. If you have any doubts about this movie, listen to this review first and then see what you think. Or if you're like a hardcore fan of the books, listen to my opinions, listen to what I've come from, or what I've listened to the movie kind of thing. So that's what we review today, Jack Reacher. So the story for Jack Reacher follows a sniper that has taken out 6 or 7 innocent people on a public place, and this ex-military guy, this ex-military sniper, has been, set up kind of thing. He's been, we know he's the kind of the good guy in a sense, but he's sort of a baddie in a way kind of thing. He's not a typical kind of I'm a hero, I'm set up, you need to save me kind of thing. And he basically asks for one person, he asks for Jack Reacher, go and get me Jack Reacher, because he knows that this character, this person will find the truth and find what's really going on, and I really like that. And this ex-military sniper is sort of a baddie in a sense, because basically when Jack Reacher comes out of nowhere, he basically appears like that kind of thing, and he wants to put this guy to prison. He wants to put him for lethal injection. He comes there saying, I want to see the evidence, I want to see this, and he wants to put this guy away. He doesn't want to help him in the slightest, which I think is just really funny by itself. He's a really determined guy, but he's also very stubborn in a sense, because he's just a very straightforward guy. He's basically Jack Reacher's character is an ex-military investigator. He's a kind of superstar, ex-soldier, whatnot kind of thing. And what I like about it, he's not just a typical kind of blunt action hero. He's an anti-villain, basically. He's a very simple anti-villain character, and he does things against the law, and he gets in trouble later on in the movie. If anyone's read the book, or seen the trailer, you kind of guess that in some parts of the movie. But I like his character a lot, and I think people are complaining that he wasn't, 6 foot tall like me. He wasn't, like the Shield type guy, the main guy from that. Tom Cruise took the character, made it his own, and I think he did a really, really good job. And I think people need to stop, mowing it a little bit and actually see his performance in the movie, and then criticise it. If you still feel the same way, then fair play. But I think he did a really good job with the character, and I think he really did pull off a guy that can really take down someone, boot down the hands, and like his cock in his mouth kind of thing. And there is no love interest for once, which is really refreshing within a story like this. Usually within a Tom Cruise movie or a typical kind of action movie. But one of the things I like about the storyline, it is not an action movie at all. It is a thriller. It is a solid thriller, and it goes in a very good direction. It never strains away from the fact that so many people, 6 or 7 people roughly, have been shot by a sniper, and what is the reasons for that? It focuses on the investigations. It focuses on the tying people in, and what profits have been made, or why is this person been set up? Who has done this? Why these specific people? Why they got in common? I like that. It's typical kind of investigation, flashback, certain things, and it's not an action movie. But all the action you pretty much see is in the trailer, and that kind of ruins it in a sense. But I think the action scenes were done very, very well for what they were. The car chase scenes were brilliant. It wasn't typical kind of, I'm a show guy kind of thing. I'm an action star, I'm sure everyone. The car he was driving, he was having real trouble getting that car bloody working. And I really like that. It's really realistic, and I think it's just a really fantastic storyline. Really flashed out characters, a really solid kind of interesting kind of thriller that keeps you going. The first 10 or 15 minutes is barely dialogue at all. It's just the incident happened, the sniper incident, the FBI, the government agency taking down the person, and it gets to a certain point, then there's dialogue, and I like that. It's seeing it through your eyes, this is what's happened, and then you can respond to it. I really like that. I think it's really well done. So the storyline is based upon a book named One Shot, and it's a late entry into the actual franchise of the series of books that have been done. I think it's a really smart choice of the actual writers taking that book and using it as a good kind of starting ground for Jack Reacher's stories kind of thing. So I think it's a really well done movie. I think it's a nice solid thriller that adds a lot of really fleshed out characters. It has a lot of good twists and turns within the storyline. I like the villain characters. I like Jack Reacher's character himself, how he deals with things. I like the fact there's no love interest. I like that because I'm getting sick and tired of love interest. It's very similar to Shoot, if anyone's seen that movie, which is also a really good movie based upon a book. I think everyone is too much of a hardcore fan of the books. I think everyone needs to watch this movie first because it is not an action movie, it is a thriller, and that's what I really like about it. The director did the writing from The Unusual Suspects and Valkyrie, which I think is one of his first time directing works, if I'm not mistaken. He's also going to be set to do Mission Impossible 5, directing that also. So if he does anything like he did in this movie, like he does for Mission Impossible 5, I'm going to be very, very excited for sure. This is a really well done movie. I think people should definitely go and check it out. Go and see it for yourself. Go and see it at the cinemas where it's still on. At the moment, from what I'm hearing, it's not doing very well at the cinemas, but mainly because the trailers just, makes it look like making like an cheesy action movie, which is not an action movie in the slightest. It's just a shame, really, really is. Tom Cruise gives one of his best performances. Like in Mission Impossible 4, he does pretty much all of his stunts, he does all of his action stunts, he does all of his driving stunts, which is absolutely fantastic. There's barely any stunt doubles in this movie, which is really great to see. I like seeing Tom Cruise doing his own stuff, his sort of stuff. I think he's really fantastic in this movie. I think it's one of his best performances in a while. Straight up character performances, not just cool, I'm an action hero type thing. He's a proper anti-hero, and he does things when he wants to. I like the idea that he's open-minded, he speaks what he wants as well. There's a scene where a girl hits on him kind of thing, and he just calls her a slut basically. It's brilliant, I love it kind of thing. It's really well done. Storyline I think is really well done. Also direction work is excellent. Cinematography is fantastic. I love the ending also. I like what it builds up to. I like the violence is actually, for a 12A, in the UK especially, has been cut. It's actually really, really violent, and I've been told which certain scenes have been taking out a couple of extra frames. So on Blu-ray this will be a 15, but to be fully honest, even though this has been cut in the UK, go and watch it. It is still quite violent for what it is. There is actually blood in it, but it's not gory, which it doesn't need to be kind of thing, which is really good. Also, speaking of casting for a sec there, they've got the first appearance of the guy who's going to play Jack McClane's son within the new Die Hard movie. One of his first film performances. He also did the Spartan series. Actually, if he does anything, he's actually a really good actor, if I'm completely honest. I really liked. He plays a baddie, he's a sniper baddie in this one, and I think his performance was actually really, really good. He's not a typical kind of, I'm a baddie, I'm a comic book villain type thing. He's a straight up kind of military guy, like Jack Reacher in a sense, but he just thinks in his own certain way. He's very threatening, he's very menacing, and I think if he can pull off that character in the Jack Reacher movie, I think he's going to be a really good kind of character going to be rooting for within the new Die Hard movie, which is going to be later on this year. I'm looking forward to seeing his performance. The rest of the cast also did a really fantastic job. A couple of unknown characters, unknown actors and stuff. One or two you probably recognise. But yeah, solid cast, solid script, solid action parts, and solid storyline and solid thriller delivery, I think, personally honest. So I would give Jack Reacher a stamp of approval. So that's been a review for Jack Reacher. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you find it informative. If you've not seen the movie yet, please go and watch it at the cinemas while you still can. Have you seen the movie? What do you think? Comment down below. Are you still hardcore the books? Have you read the books? You think it's completely misinterpreted the character completely? Love to know. Comment down below. So in the meantime, it's Andrew from IntoMe. Signing out.